Hello everybody, I'm Storm here. Welcome back to Factorio. In the last episode, we worked on building our new steel production chain over here. Take sapphirite ore and turn it into steel plates, so we now have access to steel for making things, which is good. And so we are ready to move on to the next thing, which the next thing, I was thinking about it, and I need a better way of making fuel for power generation. And I think we're going to need a new power generator, because I think we've kind of pushed what we've got over here to a limit, at least until we can get better steam engines. Because we are filling up over here, but it's kind of slow. We're making kind of just barely more than we need. So if we have to expand this any further, then I think we're going to push past what we're making. So I have to work on that. I'm going to go over that here in a minute. Off screen, I did some research. I've been working on some research. I got all of the rail, well, all the basic rail research done. So we can make locomotives, we can make wagons, we can make rails, we can make stops, we can make signals. So that's all there. And I did a little bit more other research. I've researched pump jacks. Expanded tool belt, which I think just increased my inventory size. I think so. Yeah, increases the inventory size. Also off screen, I laid down some more pavement with stone brick. I have to keep an eye on that. Make sure that those don't fill up, and if they do, I have to deal with it. And I also laid in some more walls to basically completely enclose us in walls now. So that's one step in the direction of having a properly defended base where I would be comfortable in turning on the biter expansion, which I'm not quite ready to do yet. One of the other things that we need to start thinking about now that I have rails is getting out here to start taking advantage of remote resourcing operations, particularly where there are infinite ores available. So we're gonna have to think about that. But I think power is our more immediate concern. We're okay at the moment, but you know, as the base expands, we're just gonna need more power. And this works, as I was saying, it works perfectly fine. It gets the job done. It just doesn't make enough. And I think that there are better ways of making wood-based fuel. So we're going to give that a shot. Now, the thing is, to do that, and because of the mods are updated and some of the recipes changed, I now need clay brick. I need clay brick for a lot of these things to be able to do this. Arboretums, seed generators, that sort of thing. So that is what we need to work on next. And I've gone ahead and put together what we're going to need to make clay bricks. We're going to need to make, you know, regular brick. We're going to need lime and sand. We're going to need lime, you know, to make the lime. We need limestone. To get the sand and the limestone, we're going to need to go through the whole washing process. And I've gone ahead and manufactured, I think, everything we need. So we should just be able to set it up. And I've decided on a little spot. We're going to do it right here. Drop that guy in. And let's set it up. Now, I think I am also going to need a void chest. Because these produce a byproduct that I did research for landfill, but what type of landfill is that? That makes landfill from stone. Is there the ability to make landfill from mud? I remember I used to be able to do that. Does not look like it. Let's see. Recipe Explorer. I'm a little bit curious because it's going to produce mud. Used for. It's used to make viscous mud water, and it's also used to make soil, which we are actually going to need. Mud and compost. I think we're going to need that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to store some of it, and then we're going to get rid of the rest. Doable. I'm going to need a box to put it in. I have some boxes. All right, good. Where are they? There they are. Okay, so input here. We're going to need how many stages? So we're going to need to turn viscous mud water into heavy mud water. We're going to need to turn heavy mud water into concentrated mud water. We're going to need to turn concentrated into light and then light into thin. So we're going to need four stages. I really do need to kind of tear this down a little bit. This is no longer doing anything, and it might start getting in the way here. No, I don't want to collect coal. I think I'm gonna have to. I might. We're just gonna put a straight pipe there. Yep, we're gonna need regular water as well. We need an offshore pump. Okay. Oh, autosave kind of interrupted me there. All right, so then you out there. Okay, so what you're going to be doing is you're going to be making heavy mud water. You're going to be making concentrated mud water. You're going to be making light mud water, and you're going to be making thin mud water. We're going to need power. All these guys. All right, and that mud. I think just a single inserter should be fine rather than using an actual loader. Actually, gonna need one on both sides. On this side, we're going to have the void chest. On this side, we're going to have a regular chest. A wood one should be fine. Oh, there's water there, right? I want to actually do this in a different way, but for now, it'll work. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to be making clay. That requires concentrated mud water. We're going to be having 2 washing plants take advantage of that. So the concentrated mud water is right there. So let's put, so I don't want to interfere with these. Let's put input there. Actually, let's orient it like that. And you guys are going to be making clay. Yeah, apparently it does need regular water. Okay, then. Can be done. All right, of course. There we go. Okay. All right, so those are making clay. The clay is then getting thrown into an assembly machine. You're gonna be using assembly machine to actually I need 2 of those? Yeah, I might as well. So I actually have some assembly machine 2s now, which are I think more energy efficient than the steam ones. So we're gonna use those. Alright, so there's the clay. Actually, let's just do that. Okay. Alright, the next thing we're going to need is limestone from the light mud water. That's here, and we're having 1 washing plant make that. Let's see if we can do that. Does that make sense? Yep, that brings that in there, except it's... Of course, it won't work as easily as that. Not a problem. Alright, so now you're making limestone. And that limestone is then being taken out of there. And then over here, we're making sand. Okay. You are making sand. Okay. Rates shouldn't be too crazy. 0.5 per second, 0.5 per second, 1 per second, 0.5 per second. Yeah, okay. Now, what we need to do is we need to run the limestone through a blast furnace. Okay, so the limestone needs to go through a blast furnace, which we have right here. In actuality, what I probably should do is just have it go directly there. Alright, so as this blast furnace, you're going to be making limestone. That produces a byproduct of carbon dioxide, which I actually want to keep. Okay. Now, we need fuel. I could use these wood bricks for the fuel. But we're not going to. I don't want to interfere with that wood brick consumption. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to use this coal. We want you to pick up from there. There we go. Okay. Now we're making a limestone. Now, what I wanted to do here was I made a storage tank with all corners available to it. So we can put the carbon dioxide in there. And then we're going to have a flare stack. Of course, a flare stack needs to be there. Alright. And we're going to put an overflow valve there. Okay. I might want to use that carbon dioxide for something later, but for now, we just need to dump it. Okay. So now we have our sand, we have our lime. And we have our clay. What is... we can still only reach to 2. Okay. So let's put... these 2 here. What you guys are making is going to be unburnt clay brick. So you're going to come in this way. That's going to come in there. That's going to go there, and then we're going to have an output of unburnt clay brick. Okay, so input, inputs. Set you to pick up there. You to pick up there. No. Inputs. Outputs. You're gonna drop. We're gonna drop. All right, so there's our unburnt bricks, and then we're going to route that into a steel furnace to make the proper clay bricks, which I should have one of those lying around here somewhere. I'm pretty sure I do. I thought I made one. I don't see it, so let's make one. There it is. All right, fuel, inputs, outputs. Long, just in case I want to make more of these, but I really shouldn't have to. And we'll drop it into there. Okay, now we have bricks. Alright, let's take some of those. Now, what I need to figure out is a better way of making wood. Better way of making wood. So that we can make it into wood bricks. Okay. So, let's see what we can figure out. The ultimate goal is going to be wood bricks again. What I'd like is at least to make enough wood bricks to fill a gray belt. Okay. 15 wood pellets, cellulose fiber. We're going to need 40 assembly machine 2s to make enough wood pellets. And we're going to need 90 per second of the cellulose fiber. Okay. Let's say we're to make the cellulose fiber from green algae. That's stupid. 180 per second green algae. Alright, what if I were to reduce things to maybe just 5 per second? That's a little bit better. Holy cow, the amount of power we're going to consume. It's going to require 15.6 megajoules. Each brick is 20 megajoules. I think each brick is 20 megajoules. Yeah, so it's basically one brick's worth. Yeah, base time is in 1 second. So it's 15.6 megajoules per second. We're going to be making 100 megajoules per second worth of material. Okay, so it is still a net gain. I don't know if an algae farm is the way we want to go. Other options are to use wood. Okay. Use wood. This is still a ridiculous amount of assembly machines, but okay, so here's where we get different options about how do we make trees. Let's say we were to make trees in an arboretum. We would need 65 arboretums. Okay. The soil would come from mud and compost. Now, question is, if I were to switch this over to that, are we looking at... That's 25. That's 27. It does require just a little bit less. If you make a sewing machine 3s, that would be great. .4 per second mud. Tree seed. Temperate tree seed generators. We produce seedlings. This is just crazy, crazy numbers. What if I were to do it with... What if I were to do it with greenhouses? What are we looking at? 115 greenhouses. As opposed to 65 arboretums, 25 assembly machines, another 17 temperate seed generators. I was hoping that this was going to be a little bit more reasonable. I was hoping this was 23.8 megajoules. 23.2 megajoules, and this is actually more energy efficient. Oh. All right. Well, we'll have to consider it. Fermentation process, nutrient extraction, temperate farming. We're going to have to do that at some point here. Garden allows you to extract seeds and plant life samples from gardens. We haven't found any gardens yet. Crawler construction robots. Probably going to need those pretty soon. Let's get improved research speed. That's always a good idea. All right. Well, still having the bricks is good. Having the bricks is good because I know a bunch of stuff are going to need bricks. Like blast furnace 2s are going to want bricks. Induction furnace 2s, casting machine 2s want bricks. Hydro plant 2s want bricks. Yeah, to make the second tier of everything, we're going to need bricks. Alright. Now, alternatively, there is another alternative. And that is fluid burning boilers. Or fluid burning generators. These produce 1.8 megawatts. Max temperature. Consumption 90 per second. Consumes water, consumes fluid. 5.4 megawatts. Reduce. Consumes 60 per second of a fluid. To produce the same amount of wattage as one of these steam engine 2s. I guess this would be if you didn't have access to water. Because if I have access to fluid, a burnable fluid, consumption 30 per second. So you can actually put three of these generators on one of these fluid burning boilers. Megawatts. I think fluid burners might be actually the better answer rather than wood for an expanded power plant. I mean, I would probably then need to do some sort of processing here for how much would it take to dump out? Alright, well, I'll have to consider it. I have to do some more thinking and some more planning, because that's kind of a lot of what you do. And we'll have to figure out what we're going to do about that for next episode, but we're going to go ahead and stop here for now. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.